I know the Shed still runs a Little Red Smokehouse. That was actually one of my very first cookers that I ever bought. I actually found one online for like $900 and bought it and shipped it here, and then got it in my driveway, and I was like, holy shit. Like,
what am I going to do with this?
It was on wheels. We had to push it. Like 4 of us had to push it. But I completely refabricated, went through the entire thing, and rebuilt it from the ground up.
Jeez.
Welcome to another episode of Kosmo Unfiltered. And on today's episode, we will be talking pulled pork on a pellet grill.
Pulled pork pellet grill. I like it. It's fun to say.
Pulled pork on a pellet grill. You ever done it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I started cooking on a pit barrel, and I would do pulled pork on that, and I kind of knew how that ran.
Yeah.
But then I did one on the pellet grill that didn't turn out. I went too slow. I spritzed it too much.
Oh, I don't spritz it. I don't do
See, I shouldn't have done that. I watched the video. I thought I needed to. And that slow, I did not need to. Who'd you watch? I think it was like an Aaron Franklin video or something.
Oh, man.
But
he don't cook on pellet grill.
No, he doesn't. He was cooking on an offset.
He ain't spritzing either.
And I think he did on that video.
He probably did for the camera.
It was an older one.
They ain't spritzing in real life.
I don't think so.
No.
But it was just mush. Like you need your rub to kind of have like a crust, and it just didn't hit. It was bad.
Well, yeah, obviously you saw it. You was part of the whole damn video, but Twice the bark's cool, and it cooks faster. Cooks way faster. And to me, it's better. But there is a way that you can season your, pulled pork. I always pull it and then re-season it again after.
Yeah, I do that
way
too.
Better. But on this one, I cooked this one at the lake, and I'm telling you right now, pulled pork on a pellet grill is about the simplest thing you can smoke.
So easy.
I was trying to count it up. How many steps is it? So 1, you rub it.
If you trim it, and you probably don't even.
You don't even have to trim it. There is one vein I always like to pull out of there. It's in the
too.
video. You got to pull that out. You don't have to, I guess. I mean, we eat bologna. But rub it, put it on, wrap it, pull it. When it hits,
205,
206. I think this one hit 207. 207 or 208.
I've run them up to 207 before. It'll do that when it rests anyway.
Well, you'll figure it out. And then eat it. It's literally 5 steps. 5 things that literally anybody can do.
It's not bad.
I did not trim it. I just pulled that little vein out, rubbed it, put it on 225, 7 o'clock at night. See you in the morning.
Mm-hmm. I started cooking on that little pit barrel that Junior you gave me. And I started with ribs. And that was like the thing. I did ribs for a bunch.
Yeah.
And I never really got to, they were never bad, but they weren't as good as others I've cooked. But it took me a while to cook a pork butt. As soon as I started that, I was like, I should have been doing this all along. Yeah. Like, it was just so
much more meat.
Man, and the payoff is so good.
Yeah.
Like, I always tell people to start there now. Because you'll walk off feeling like the king after you cook one of those.
Pork and brisket are literally the 2 easiest things. You got it. People always go, well, they got, I got to get the flop and the pull test and all that. And I'm like, don't even try to do that.
Yeah.
Just try to get it to where it's edible.
Yep.
Chop the damn thing.
Yeah. Brisket's good. I mean, when we cooked those gold grade Wagyus at the same time, you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Same time, same day, same way, same everything. And that one was tight and the other one wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just like.
But, and people try to hit that. And I'm like, if you don't know how to do the basics, you're not going to know how to adjust at the end.
Yeah.
Because now you're going to have a $200, $300 brisket that's garbage because you don't know how to adjust and fix.
I was talking to somebody about barbecue and YouTube, and she cooks on a grill, but she hasn't smoked anything yet. She's like, I've watched some videos. I'm just not ready to make the jump, because they don't tell you everything in the video. I was like, they do. I was like, but it's what you do with it when you're cooking that takes time, because you got to know what to look for.
Right.
You finish it, you taste the food, and then it like plays back in your head automatically.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I should have done this.
The one thing it's hard to do in a video is fire management.
Yes.
And how to test for perfect doneness.
Yeah.
And the closest I can get to that is get a stick of butter, leave it on your counter, box of toothpicks next to it, and every time you walk by it throughout the week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, stick a toothpick in there and pull it out. That's what it should feel like.
Yeah, it does too.
I got that from Donnie Teal. Donnie Teal taught me that 20 years ago.
Donnie Teal.
Because you can feel it. Even with your temperature probe, yep. I can put it in there. And most people go, well, why are you poking it so much? Well, at that point, I'm just going for feel.
Yeah.
When I hit, like with a rib, depending on if it's low and slow or hot and fast, when I hit like 199, head on a swivel. I'm there,
yeah.
Head on a swivel.
Lid on and off just every 5 or so minutes. Yeah, I've been there. The more I cook pork, though, I feel like, you're in and out. You're not outside the whole time. But like I feel like when you come out after it's wrapped up and you start smelling it, you think that's it. That's done. Yeah. And sure enough, you go check it, you're at 205.
Yep.
This is before I had I did get the meter probe, that wireless one. I bought it down here. That thing's cool, man.
Is it?
I really like it. I did it with some big old tenderloins, some sirloin steaks. Nothing special, just like Walmart, whatever. Cow cover course on both sides and seared them off and got the sides all done with the meter in it. And they were thick. So I just basted them forever. Mm-hmm. I used the lid because I just needed to speed it up some. But it tries to tell you like estimated time, 9 minutes. And it adjusts like based on how fast the temperature's coming up. Tells you when to pull it and let it rest.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Then it still tracks the temperature while it's resting.
Yeah.
It tells you when it's like time to eat. Pretty cool. You tell it what temp you want to cook to when you start. And tell it what you're cooking.
Yeah.
And you just got to keep the little, box next to it.
Is that what it is?
Good to go.
Does it talk to your phone on the internet?
So it's Bluetooth. There is an internet one too. And I can't quite figure out if mine's talking to me via Bluetooth or the internet, but I've got to keep on that side of the house, because it's outside.
Yeah. And honestly, it's like, do you want to cooking barbecue, especially when it's on like the arguments that people go, pellet grills aren't right, pellet grills versus stick burners, that argument's been around forever. And I know
since pellet grills,
a lot of people think I don't use a pellet grill. Actually, I use a pellet grill probably 90% of the time. Dude, just because I know, like,
they're just so good.
On a stick burner, I know exactly what I'm going to get.
Yeah.
And at this point where I am, I'm so freaking busy that I need convenience.
Right. I look at the big offsets and would love to have one. Would love to run one. But you count on one hand the last 10 years where I've started a day and finished the day doing one thing.
You're done. You're tied down.
You can't leave.
You can't leave. You can't go nowhere.
Nope.
Now, if we're in competition,
game on.
I'm bringing out the Jambo.
Yep.
At the house.
You still got a Jambo?
Yeah, I got a Jambo.
You do?
Hell yeah.
Where's it at?
I ain't going to tell you, man.
Oh, you already leaked it.
Got it out.
I already leaked it. I know where to find it now.
I got a Jambo.
I'll go burn it in for you. I'll go start the first fire in it for you.
A Jambo, JP, El Rey. What's that other one I got?
Well, your JP you've had forever.
Yeah.
And then you got that primitive, right?
Primitive.
That big one?
I got the big primitive.
That's a damn grain silo. That thing is huge.
Yeah. I thought about doing a giveaway with it.
Golly, we got to do something with that thing. How, man, even if they got it, they'd have to drive here to pick it up.
Yeah, they're going to have to.
I bet it's still sitting where we left it.
No, Alex moved it, but he got an attachment with the forklift.
Did he? Yeah. I need to move 35,000 pounds of barbecue
that
pit.
Thing is massive.
What? How big of a pipe or a tank did you tell him to get?
Who?
You sent that guy from Primitive on like a wild goose chase for the tank to make that pit out of.
That was a 500-gallon tank.
Golly!
But I wanted one that wasn't rusted.
Jeez.
That had all the pits in it.
Mm. That thing's big.
Thing's massive. I can't even lift the doors on it. That's why I've never cooked on it.
Well, it's just so high up too. Yeah. You need to you got to pull it into a stall so you can get around it. I was talking to
him and I said, "Hey man, how come you didn't put no weights on the doors?" He goes, "Because they're for pussies."
Oh.
And I was like, "I get what you're talking about, but like I'm only 5'8".
Doesn't it have cables on them, or does it even have those?
No, there's nothing on.
Nothing. Golly, you said it's called primitive.
Yeah,
you got a mule team to open the door.
Well, I guess I'd damn sure keep you from looking.
Yeah, it's true.
You know,
I can't lift it. I don't know what's going on in there.
Yeah.
Golly, that thing's big. It's like a submarine.
It's not that the door is heavy, but it's just like at that point and with this bad shoulder, like.
That's tough. That's a lot of metal.
Yeah.
Leave that to the young bucks.
The next one I want to get is an M&M.
M&M.
M&M, yeah.
Who makes that?
M&M.
Well, I know. I mean.
Yeah, they're out of Texas. It's what it appears to be, and I don't know this to be true, but my buddy Mo, he had one. He had one or two made. I also was down at Houston Livestock Rodeo at the Jack Daniels tent and got a tour. Actually, I think I met one or
probably met the guy.
Yeah,
yeah.
But they're clean. The M&M makes probably the best looking pit on the market today. Now they do stick burners and they do rotisseries, but I am specifically talking. Actually, I'd like to have if they had a 250-gallon stick burner. Like tricked out,
yeah,
I would take that in a second, and a rotisserie. Now the rotisserie very much reminds me of. They didn't come up with it's 100% wood. It's a rotisserie.
Interesting.
It is concrete lined, so Euler J&R made this pit 40 years ago.
Golly.
I say 40 years ago.
Concrete lined.
Yeah, they line it with concrete, refracting concrete.
That's insane. How do they move it?
Forklift or crane. Yeah.
So
but these things are so efficient. I mean,
I bet.
Like, you can't even imagine. And some of the best barbecue, I know the Shed still runs a Little Red Smokehouse. That was actually one of my very first cookers that I ever bought. I actually found one online for like $900 and bought it and shipped it here and then got it in my driveway and I was like, holy shit. Like,
what am I going to do with this?
It was on wheels. We had to push it. Like 4 of us had to push it. But I completely refabricated, went through the entire thing, and rebuilt it from the ground up.
Jeez.
Then ended up selling it for like $5,000.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. But I had to completely redo it. I bought it out of an old restaurant that they had no clue
what they had.
Well, they had no clue what they had, but it didn't work. And the reason why it didn't work is because it was so full of soot.
Oh, so it's backed
exhaust, up. It was completely backed up.
Wow.
So they said it didn't work. And I had to dig all that out of there. And it took me weeks.
Oh, my gosh.
But I got it working. Crazy good barbecue.
That's cool.
Crazy good barbecue.
It's like an old.
But M&M makes that
same thing.
A newer version of that pit, but it's like their paint job is so clean.
Let's have one put
everything
at the lake. Just get one put out there.
No, these like
too
you
big.
Better, you better like
I look it up.
You better have a place to set this sucker. It better be on a trailer or in a restaurant somewhere.
Little Red Smokehouse?
No.
What's it called?
M&M's Pits. I think that's it. I don't know.
M&M Pits Barbecue Company. North Tool Drive in Tool, Texas.
Yeah, I think that's just.
Oh gosh, that rotette is huge,
isn't it?
Looks like a walk-in fridge.
Yeah, they're massive.
Golly, so that thing showed up at your house?
No, not that one.
Well, I know, but just one like it.
Well, it was a smaller one. The Little Red Smokehouse is a J&R. It's probably about as big as this table, but it's
Man, that M&M 2000 though.
Let's see it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's a shed.
Yeah.
gracious.
You getting that damn thing if there's a tornado, obviously, if it's on.
You'd be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot. That's cool.
Yeah, they do.
Man, look, it's got a big old like temperature gauge on the front. Look at that thing.
Yep.
Looks like a daggum speedometer.
That's exactly what was on J&R too, man.
Wow.
And that thing is dead on accurate.
It better be.
Dead on.
All wood burning rotisserie model that we offer.
Maybe they'll hear this and go, "Hey Cosmo, you want a 250? Just, what loan you want to cook on?" Hell, I'd even settle for a 125, a tricked out 125.
Let's see. You talking about an offset?
Yeah.
There's a big old offset right here.
They probably don't make a 125 offset.
This one's got weights on the doors, though. Here's a 500, a 250. Boy, that 250 looks nice, though. I only got 2 pictures, though.
I saw a 1,000-gallon one they made the other day I was like, well, you better be damn sure ready to sling some meat.
Here's 1,000 right here. Jeez.
You know how much wood you got throwing that thing?
Oh.
Can you imagine running that right now in this heat? In Texas? Oklahoma?
Even being within 50 yards of that thing?
You weigh 96 pounds.
Yeah. And be eating 24/7. It'd be your job.
Yeah.
I saw some J.J. Watt. That guy plays for, who's he play for now? San Francisco? He eats like 6,000 calories a day just to keep his weight on.
Isn't that nuts?
Oh my gosh. He's eating it's his job.
Jeez.
Anyway.
Crazy. Pulled pork on the pellet grill.
Legendary.
Took a turn. I feel like all of our conversations take a turn. I'm okay with that.
They do. We covered a lot of bases. There's a lot. I learned a lot. I didn't know what M&M pits was.
Yeah.
Or they made a wood-burning rotisserie the size of a house.
Yeah. Yeah, they're massive.
Got something to reach for. It would not fit in this room.
No, it wouldn't fit in this room. It wouldn't fit in this room. And you have to put them in with a crane. They got to come in on a semi, and then you have to crane them.
You build the building around it.
Yeah, you build the building around it. You're right. Your shit better be damn good. You got some balls to do that, because it ain't coming out.
No.
But that's why I'd put it on a trailer and then back the damn thing to a garage door.
Yeah.
Because it's coming with me no matter what.
Come hell or high water. The building's burning down.
Me. Yeah. I'll put stairs on the damn thing, whatever we got to do. But
jeez,
we ain't bolting that to shit.
No way. Yeah, this is a roll-up door in and out.
Man, can you imagine how tricked out a Kosmos would be?
Oh, man. Maybe it needs to happen.
Somebody asked me the other day, man, would you consider running a barbecue restaurant? I was like, hell no.
Yeah, dude. I think people have these misconceptions about barbecue restaurants because the good ones are open from 11 until they run out.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
And the ones that are somewhere in the middle are like open all the time or whatever. Like it's just trade-offs. You can't do it the way.
If I did have one, it would be, hey, we don't piss test you here. Obviously, if you want to smoke weed, I don't give a shit. Go do what you want to do. And we open at 11, and as soon as we're done, we get out of here. Pump it, sell it, get it gone.
Go.
But we'd have to make everything from scratch.
Yep. That's the way to do it. There's a spot here, Edgecraft, that's in the city.
I'm going there tomorrow.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Man, I wonder what. Okay. We'll have to see what they're making. If it's the Cubano or anything. I still haven't had one. He makes some good food.
Yeah, he does. Not a fan of their sausage.
Yeah.
It's too milly for me. It's like it's ground too fine. But I like coarse ground sausage. The flavor is good. I just don't like the texture.
Man, yeah, he's got some good food. Anyway.
All right. Well, hey, I want to thank everybody for watching. As always, if you like what we're doing, share this with a friend, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.